John, Last Lethal for Dummies. Update on the Tipx. Things that you guys may have thought about, but I didn't show. So obviously when I've cut my clamshell in such a manner, I run into some issues where there's no securement here. So this puncture valve is just really sandwiched by this screw here. So there are some additions that I have to make. And originally, the very first version of this, so these are 16 gram threaded CO2s. When I threaded it in like this, if I threaded it too far, so I could actually puncture the 16 gram just by threading it in, which is no bueno. I wanted to use the factory puncture mechanism. So I've made a small adjustment. So as you can see now, I can bottom this 16 gram CO2 out. I have just the slightest amount of trigger pull, which is good. For now, because this puncture valve was kind of loose in here, I put a wrap of electrical tape around it. Temporary solution, of course. And thanks to DK, I've just been kind of playing around with. So he sent me some epoxy FSC compensators. Now, this one, don't fret, it was chipped. I was never going to use it like that. I'm a stickler for details, so I drilled a hole through it, a 7/8 hole through it. And this is just, again, early stuff, guys, but what I'm trying to create here, obviously, is some sort of support system for this 16 gram CO2, and there is even room here. Running a 7/8 barrel, I could drill a hole kind of right through here, and I would be able to run a screw through here, probably like a 632 screw, which is adequate to hold this. But all things that I'm gonna cross when those problems occur. And for now, it is functioning like this. But since I've shortened the puncture pin and made the adjustment to the stop here, I haven't actually fired this. So I don't know if what I've done here is actually going to hold air. I may have shortened it too much. I may have made the stop too long, whereas the CO2 seal isn't actually making contact with the cartridge. I don't believe so, but you never know. So I have Joule V2s loaded up here. If it holds air, we are going to test fire again. And I actually made change to the bolt. I went back to the factory Tipx bolt, and I went to a polyurethane O-ring seal, something off an HBA tank. Airguns Anonymous mentioned, well, I need to use a stronger seal. Well, I did. Perfect. And it was something that I had that I didn't have to order from Tippmann or whatever, right? And the polyurethane seals are much stronger, not as elasticity, and they hold up to CO2 better. And also changed back to the factory round block because those two kind of go hand in hand. So, did the adjustment hold air? Now let's make sure the barrel's tight. Oh, safety's on. Sure as heck did. Best puncture yet, guys. Best puncture yet. I do see an issue though, and I may have shimmed too much. You see the split in the clamshell. Now, definitely don't want that to come apart. The puncture valve come shooting out of there. So let's say for the sake of this test, because that's the widest I've actually ever seen it open up, I'm gonna put a couple of wraps of electrical tape on there. I don't want to lose my puncture valve, and I did have a small mishap yesterday that my garage door hasn't forgiven me for yet. It's bound to happen. Dumb shit happens all the time. I don't make any claims to being the smartest dude out there. Especially when you're cutting markers into pieces. Jewel V2s. My best that you guys saw was a 332 on this 6-inch, 5 7/8" 684 bore barrel. I do plan on cutting it a little bit shorter. When all of this is said and done, I want it to be kind of pretty much the same length as a 16 gram. And I'll just throw it on there for the sake of throwing it on there. Good news with 3D printing is a lot of you guys out there are way smarter than me, and I'm sure, again, this is an FSC compensator that I cut, drilled, and kind of just goofily modified. Word of the day, goofily. Let's see how it shoots. And that compensator wants to slide already. Holy smokes. I'm telling you, that Tipx bolt is a whole lot better. If the O-ring seal stays intact. And it should now that have that nice heavy duty seal in there. $334. Compensator keeps slipping around, so it's pissing me off. So trial and error, guys. Damn, those things are coming out of there fast. There you go, 4. And that's awesome for a Tipx on a little stubby barrel. 286. One more. 270. I don't generally see numbers like that, and I've been shooting a Tipx for a long while. Those are HBA numbers on a short barrel like this. Toss a long barrel in there, and you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go grab my M17 barrel, and let's load it in there. It's a little bit longer. Let's make sure this marker's clear first before I start reaching around all over it. Oh, the other thing about this block that I'm using, I think I mentioned it before, the factory block only has one slot for the detent, so there's some debate. That's all, folks. Whether air escapes through that second slot, I'd like to think so, but the bolt should be past that point before it's releasing the air, but obviously there's gonna be some blow by, blow back. Let me go grab that barrel. All right, we're back, and again, all safetied up with my electrical tape, but that is a factory M17 barrel. I think it's a 689. CO2 is a chance to warm up. We'll do the joules again. Obviously, this is going against what I've already trying to do, and that's get smaller, but just for demonstration of power from a pistol, why not? $38. So not as good as the first shot, but yeah, I put a mag through already. .322. .292. 266. I feel like the CO2 is kind of petering out here. 248. 228, and I think that was the last one. Getting better. Catch you on the next one.